Hello and welcome to my Luminosity yoga video for the full moon in Virgo in the month of March 2022. So on every full moon, the sun and moon, which are called the luminaries in astrology, are opposite each other. And yeah, this is a very special full moon with the sun being in Pisces and the moon being in Virgo. So naturally, as you can see, they are opposites, these two signs, and they represent Pisces, mutable water, dreams, imagination, the subconscious, also illusions and addictions. On the one hand, the idea of submerging, dissolving, becoming one with all. And on the other hand, and on the other hand, you have the moon in Virgo, Virgo representing the archetype connected to the planet Mercury. It is about communication, but in a sense of precision, finding structures, pattern recognition, a need for stability, or being very particular about something. Some people call it the control freak sign. And this comes from the feeling of Virgo that Earth is mutable. There is no real reliability in the Earth. Yeah, as it is mutable Earth, it is the least stable. And so these two concepts, first of all, are opposite. On top of that, we also have the planet Neptune opposite the moon. So the moon is very much about our emotional self, maybe also where we are very comfortable, in a sense that we are very familiar with that. So it's also related to maybe our upbringing, or even what we brought into the, into this life, what we came with into this life. If we believe in reincarnation, and if not, from our DNA, you can look at it in that way. So it's about our emotional self, our emotional needs. And then on the other hand, so it rules, and it rules Cancer. The moon usually rules Cancer. And it's about our habits, also our default patterns, and how we like to be nurtured, how we like to nurture others. And then we have Neptune, a planet, very, very different concept. So it's the ideal. Also, it's a transpersonal planet, the moon being very personal, and Neptune being absolutely not personal, so transpersonal in a way. So it's about ideals, or extrasensory perception, maybe the listening to the space, or the perception through sound, or the understanding through dreams. It's also related to psychic phenomena, imagination, just as the sign of Pisces. So some people might get a bit confused. So in modern astrology, Neptune rules Pisces. So we have these we have these opposite forces at the moment that might make it very difficult. Like, one of the very strong qualities of Virgo is to discern, and with this very dissolving quality of both Neptune and the sun, having all that strength and bringing a lot of possibly even confusion, not knowing what's what. It's very contradictory to that desire, that need for Virgo to have structure or clarity. There was one very interesting idea that Michael Bryant brought up on Astrology Hub, and that's the capacity of Virgo to hold the paradox, the opposites. and move with that. And I think that's an idea I'd like to propose today for the practice, and maybe just for this full moon in Virgo, for all of us to embrace that idea of moving with that paradox, and to actually just sense, just feel what that means. Virgo being an earth sign, it's also connected, of course, to the senses and the physical reality. So to see how can we anchor that in our body, and how can we in our bodies feel feel our authenticity or our integrity. What is it amidst all this confusion and chaos and universal crisis that we stand for, and that we want to align with? And with all the strong Piscean influences, that might be more a place of articulation through writing or dreaming, music, art, some sort of creative way of articulating that. And yeah, so let's move into a brief yoga practice. From a physical perspective, Virgo is connected to the digestive system, and you might feel very sensitive on Moon and Virgo days in your digestive system. So it's important to listen very well to what the system needs, and to have enough movement to calm the possibly overactive mind and bring some peace and quiet to that. So yeah, let's start by coming into a child posture. So if you have a blanket, you can place that on the floor in front of you. And then just have your knees a little bit wider. Bring your arms front or back, whatever works for you. And then just take a moment to arrive here. Sense your breathing. Just feel the floor underneath you. Scan the body for tension, and where you find physical tension, take a deep inhale. Let it go and move down through the tailbone and the perineum into the floor on your exhale. Same for emotional tension, where you hold it, take a deep inhale into it. And again, release it on your exhale. Just give your permission for everything to drain down into the floor, into the earth underneath. Take a deep inhale into the head, into the brain, into the center of your head. And then release any internal discourse, stress, tension, energies of others. Again, let it drain down from the tailbone towards you. And then just feel the in and exhale coming in and out through the nose. And just imagine the breath coming up the front of the body to the third eye that's resting on the floor. And then again, exhaling everything down the spine from the top of the head all the way down to the tailbone. And imagine roots growing from the tailbone and the perineum into the earth. Just repeat that a few times. You can imagine it like a wave, connected to the idea of Pisces or this mutability. Feel that wave of breath coming up the front of the body. And then draining down the back of the body and just allowing for everything you don't need right now to drain, move into the earth. And thank the earth for receiving that and for being there to support you 24/7.
Last in an exhale. Bring your hands next to your knees and slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. And then just find a comfortable seated posture. When you inhale, bring your arms up. And exhale, hands in front of the heart. And again, just inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. One more time, deep inhale. And exhale. Leave your hands in front of a heart, and we're just going to sound 3 rounds of Om. Take a deep exhale. Inhale for the Om. And then bow your head to your heart and to set an intention. It might be something like just allowing yourself to listen before you take action, to listen really deeply, and to move from that. What is your own flow? So just bring your intention with your breath into the body. Rub your hands together. And cup your eyes with your palms. Take a few deep in and exhales. Let all the tension from the face and the eyes evaporate into the hands. And take the hands down, rub them together again. And place your palms one on top of the other under your belly button, and we're going to go clockwise. So digestive, the colon up on the left side and down on the right. And we make 5 circles, and with each circle we let it become a little bit bigger. There's not that much space, just tiny bit of expansion. And you can very gently press the hands just very lightly into your abdomen, into your colon. So the ascending colon on the right side of the liver side of the body is connected to that organ. And then the descending colon on the left side of the body is connected to the spleen. Yeah, so it's responsible for excretion. So just coming to the top, next time you come to the top, we reverse and we let the circle, so we go the opposite direction, anti-clockwise. So now we go down the ascending colon and we move up the descending colon. And we let the circles become smaller. So we're moving slowly inwards back to where we started, and keep breathing as you do this. Very good. Place your hands on your knees and start to rotate clockwise from the belly. And you can determine your own speed. So feel the navel pulling you front, side,
back and side. Just find your own rhythm here. The circles increase, like become bigger, expand, and move into the chest area. So large intestine meridian goes through your arms into your index fingers, connected to the lung. So here it's in TCM, it's the air element. It's like also reflected in the idea of Virgo, even though it is an earth sign being connected to the planet Mercury, planet of communication, travel, education, thoughts. Just pause for a moment, place your palms up, and interlace your fingers. Inhale, exhale, bring your arms up. Just moving from side to side, opening the sides of the body. And just moving with your breath naturally, going more into the flow, not worried that much about when you breathe in and out, just let the breath come and go as it can flow with the movement. And creating space in our colon, just really pulling the torso up and out of the hips. Inhale here, and then exhale, just open the arms, rotate the joints as you go down, the elbows, the hands. And then just rub your feet together. It's always very good to feel that connection through the feet to earth, and encourage any kind of downward movement. Place the other shin in front and just rotate anti-clockwise. And again, you can determine your own speed. Make sure you breathe deeply. And that the circles become bigger. And then slowly come back to center. Bring your arms back, lift your knees up, inhale. Exhale, bring them over to the right, head goes to the left. Inhale, bring the knees up. Exhale, over to the other side, head moves in the opposite direction. Breathing again into the sides of the body, we're wringing out any tension, any stress. So it's very good to twist, very soothing, and also to keep moving, but at a pace that works for you, doesn't stress you. Yeah, so staying in the flow, but without losing your center, without losing also that connection to structure. Yeah, one more time. Very good. And then we come on all fours, coming into tabletop. So place the hands on the shoulders, knees under the hips, and root down through your shins. Unless you have problems with the feet and you prefer to tuck the feet under, it's fine. On the exhale, if that works for you, you can do it opposite with the breathing. Just curl tailbone and round the back, low, middle, upper back, and then really round between the shoulder blades. Let the head drop. Take an extra deep in and exhale here. And then start again from the tailbone on your inhale. to slightly arch and have the heart, not the chin, move forward at the end of the inhale. And just do that a few times. Flow with the breath. And see that you in and exhale through the nose unless you really have medical issues. I mean, every now and then it's fine to exhale through the mouth, but just see if you can cultivate your chi, your energy by in and exhale through the nose. Otherwise you dissipate the energy again. So then come back to center, just find a long back and then come. So keep your buttocks above your knees, come down onto your arms. So the elbows are just more or less under your shoulders for now. So elbows are shoulder width apart. Now straighten both arms, keep the seat where it is, and then bend the left elbow, bring the left hand under the right elbow. Place your forehead wherever it reaches onto the floor. If you can't reach the floor, please use a block. And then just take a few deep in and exhales into your digestive tract again. Gently pull back the belly button at the end of the exhale and root down through your shins. And create space also in your solar plexus here. And then come up, on your elbows and just change sides. And again, just making sure right elbow bent, right hand under the left elbow, and both elbows are in line. Head on the floor. Whenever you feel that you're applying too much tension, there's too much stress in the fingers or something, just take some out. Just see if you can gently soften a bit. Also in the back of the head and in the jaw. And then inhale, come up on all fours, and exhale, tuck your toes under, bring your seat to your heels. Exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your right leg back, and then just feel that you're extending the leg. And then exhale, bring the knee towards your nose, shoulders above the wrists, and place the foot between your hands. Come up on your tippy fingers, I was going to say, on your kind of tripod fingers. Just place the back knee on the ground. Breathe here again into the digestive tract. Breath flows up on the inhale. And down the body on the exhale. And then again, tuck your toe under, and as we go back, we bring that right leg back up again. Flex the foot, and then slowly turn the toes towards the ceiling. Open your hip. If you like, you can drop the foot towards the opposite buttocks and just rotate the joint, the ankle, in both directions. Place the foot back on the ground. Bring the knees back on the ground. And then just sit back on the tucked under feet for a moment. And bring the arms out. And bring the elbows together on your inhale. And the fingers together in front of the chest on your exhale. Just do that a few times. Breathe into your arms.
As I said, really important, arms being connected as the meridians flow through the arms for the large intestine. And then again, if it's too much, you can always sit on your flat feet, and that's what we're going to do now. Inhale, come front. Just going to go back on the flat feet, and we're going to gently open the back of the feet. If it is not available to you, don't force anything here. So Pisces is connected to the feet. Inhale here, and then exhale, we find our way into downward facing dog again. Inhale, bring your left leg back. Just extend through the heel. And let your head relax. And then bring your left knee towards your nose and a foot between your hands. Lower your hips. Come on tripod fingers, lower your back knee. Breathe here. See if you can feel the Neptunian, Piscean waters in your body, and especially in your nervous system. Well, in your glandular system, in the fluids of the body. Pick the back knee off the ground, straighten the leg, inhale. Exhale, bring the leg back. Gently just open the hips so you turn the toes towards the sky. If you can, you lift the leg more. If you can't, you don't. Feel like you drop the foot and bend the knee, and then you can rotate the ankle. Bring the leg back down and just move your hands back, and you can bend the knees, so keep the feet hip width distance, moving back, and then you can grab your elbows from below. And then just round the back a little bit, and we're gonna, in an exhale, actively through the nose. It's called the breath of fire in Kundalini yoga. So whenever you're ready, and then release. Bring the hands to the sides of the shins, bend the knees, half forward bend. Exhale, release. Release the arms as well. Dangle for a moment, dangle the head. Grab the opposite elbows then, and we repeat. We pump the belly, and in an exhale through the nose, you can bend the knees slightly, bring the tailbone underneath you. And then again, inhale, half forward bend. And exhale, release. And you can shake everything. Just shake everything out. Really pucker your lips. Just get rid of the whatever it is that is a little bit stuck in the system. Then slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time. Bring your arms up, inhale. We're just going to do a few half sun salutations. And I just have to free up my mic here. So inhale, bring your arms up. And then just exhale, coming into a forward bend, but very slowly. So go with the breath. So really, really enjoying the length of the breath. On the inhale, we come up, you bend your knees, you bring your arms with you, a deep inhale. On the count of 4 or 5, and then exhaling on the count of 6. Repeat, same thing again, 4 or 5. So you count until 4 or 5 on your inhale, that means, and on your exhale, you see if you can elongate a little until 6. And keep going 3 more times. Last one. Inhale, half forward bend, and we're just slowly going into downward facing dog. We're actually just going to do one of those. Just take a moment here to feel the hands and feet, feel the connection to the ground. Release the heart. Come into a plank position. Just bring the ribs in. Take your time for the adjustment. And then knees, chest, chin. Just lower yourself onto the ground. Pull your feet out of your hip socket. Bring your arms back. Palms touching the floor. And just gently come up with the upper body. And again, just breathing into your digestive tract. And then lift the arms and the feet off the ground. Just find more length. Then height. And just relax. Just look over your left shoulder. Look over your right shoulder. And then just bring both hands onto the ground under your forehead. Rest your forehead and then shake out the hips a little bit. Just take a deep in and exhale. And then place your hands under the shoulders, come back on all fours. And then instead of going into downward facing dog, we're just going to come into a malasana posture. This is hard for you. What you can do, you can place your heels onto the blanket and the toes onto the floor in front of it. It can be a lot higher if you like. So, and I'm just going to turn a little bit in your direction. And then we're just going to place the right hand on the outside of the right shin. Inhale. Bring the left arm up and exhale down. And we change sides. Inhale here. If this is too hard, really make sure you place something under your feet. Exhale. Inhale, bring it up. And exhale, bring it down. And also make sure you don't fall in. So you really push your feet out. You activate the inside of your ankles. Be very gentle here. If this is too much, make sure you do an alternative posture and you place some props under your feet. Inhale here again. Exhale. And inhale. And last time, we're just going to sit back now on the blanket for a short breathing sequence. So rest your left hand on your thigh and bring the thumb of the right thumb of the right hand to your right nostril and the ring finger of the right hand to the left nostril. And then place thumb and index finger of your left hand together, very gently. So then on your next inhale, just close your right nostril, inhale through the left.
To the third eye, then close the left, exhale through the right. We do 5 of these. Same sequence, inhale through the left, exhale through the right. Releasing the jaw. Releasing any tension in the fingers as much as we can. Elongating the breath. Relaxing the throat and the neck. Next exhale, we keep the left nostril closed. Inhale through the right. To the third eye, then we close right, exhale through the left. 5 of those. Inhale through the right, exhale through the left. Bringing balance to the left and right hemispheres of the brain. After your next exhale, just bring both hands down gently, thumbs and index finger touching. Inhale through both nostrils, up the central channel to the crown of the head. Inhale. And then just like a fountain, opening up to both sides, breathing out, and connecting again down by the tailbone, the perineum. Bring in the inhale up to the crown, opening the crown like a lid, as if you're opening a lid from your head, and then exhaling over both sides, back down to the perineum or the tailbone. One last time like this. Just relax your hands, relax your breath. And we're just going to do a last sequence to release what no longer serves us, whatever it might be at this point that blocks us, and that we can actually shed in order to move forward with less baggage. So we're going to move from head to toe and release tension. We're starting with the head. Breathe into it. And then let go any tension on your exhale. Same for the throat and the neck. Inhale into it. And release. Here you can open the mouth if you like. Same for the shoulders, arms, hands. Inhale. Releasing any tension on the exhale. Moving through the heart, lungs, and digestive system. Deep inhale into that. And exhale, let go. Release everything towards the earth. The lower back and the belly, deep inhale. And removing any stress, tension, energies of others on your exhale. Same for your hips. Deep exhale, releasing tension. And then release the thighs and the knees. Deep inhale into them. Releasing tension on the exhale. And then from the knees down into the feet and toes. And releasing tension on your exhale. If you have time, just might want to go into Shavasana now, switch off the video. Also, you might choose to do like a release ceremony of some sort where you write things that you wish to release and burn them. Or any other ceremony that you're familiar with and it works for you. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Think about something you're thankful for in your life. And just feel that in your body. And with that in mind, and dedicating any merits of the practice to all beings, we close with 3 rounds of Om. Take a deep inhale. Bow your head to your heart and thank yourself for the time you've made, the attention you've given yourself. And Namaste. Thanks very much for joining, and I'm wishing you a beautiful full moon, and if you do it at a later point, just a beautiful day, beautiful time of the month. And if you feel like giving back anything for this practice, it would be wonderful if you could give any contributions to helping people in Ukraine or the floods in Australia, in any way, shape or form you want to do that. And otherwise, I look forward to seeing you back here on this channel. Feel free to subscribe, like, and share it with others. That would be wonderful. Thanks very much for your time. And Namaste.